Okay. Yeah. So, you've, at this point, I'm assuming you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the image on screen. You got a good idea on where this video is going, or at least you think you do. This video is totally unscripted. Not even I know what exactly I'm going to say next. I don't even have any bullet points or whatever. But anyway, so I swear, uh, before I get into what exactly I want to talk about in this video, let's just say that I am a fan of both the Harry Potter series and the Lord of the Rings series. I actually have both in my top 10 list of greatest series of all time. That's a topic for a future video, so I won't get into where those series are positioned. But yeah, I am a fan of both. I basically grew up watching and reading Harry Potter. And for Lord of the Rings, I watched Lord of the Rings, but it was in the early 2000s. I was still a kid back then. And because those movies were hella long, sometimes sleep would be killing me. And I forced myself to just stay up. And, and it was like our local TV station had a bunch of advertisements going on. So if the movie starts like maybe 9 o'clock or whatever, there's a good chance that 3 o'clock in the morning it would still be going on. Right. But anyway, yeah, saying all of that, there's a lot of things that I might not have remembered because, as I said, I watched the trilogy of Lord of the Rings films when I was a kid, and I didn't rewatch them since then. However, this year, quite recently, in fact, right now we're in October. I think I rewatched all three films in September, I believe. And one of them, the while I was doing the rewatch, right, or while I was about to do the rewatch, one of the things that come to my mind for which was a good point to actually go through it watching it was that I recall, right, a couple of years ago, I believe it was on Facebook, either in a Facebook group or something, or maybe another social media avenue, but I think it's more than likely Facebook that I saw it. Some people were actually saying, right, that the wizards, the wizards in, oh man, I can't believe that I'm actually gonna voice this. But I'm being honest. People were saying the wizards in the Lord of the Rings series were more powerful than the wizards in the Harry Potter series. First of all, how many how many of you watching this or listening actually believe that? Check yourself real quick, right? Because when I when that when I first saw that comment like a couple of years ago, I started to wonder if, whoa, I really forgot a lot of stuff from the Lord of the Rings series, right? Because they're saying that wizards from that is more powerful than the Harry Potter series. I'm like, damn. Right. So I was thinking about it from a couple of years ago, but because of the length of the movies and because I had a lot of stuff doing, I just didn't get around to watching or rewatching the trilogy until now. So so that brings us to the main point of this video. People, let's be real, right? Let's be real here. What the wizards did, or better yet, let's focus on the main culprit here. Let's focus on Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey. I'm gonna be honest with you. Compared to wizards in other fantasy series, especially or more specifically in this case, Harry Potter, let's call a spade a spade. Gandalf was trash, right? Absolute trash. If you're comparing him to a lot of the wizards from Harry Potter, the great wizards, absolute trash. The man, the man struggled with a few orcs or those goblin-looking things, whatever. I think they're orcs, right? And a lot of the times he's there fighting with a sword. He's hardly doing any magic. The "you shall not pass" moment, yeah, it was. Well, we later found out that he defeated the Balrog in an extreme diff. First of all, how strong do you guys think a Balrog is? Because I am seeing videos on YouTube since rewatching the series that have the Balrog at either number one or number two. Most of the videos have the Balrog in like the top three spot for most dangerous creatures in the Lord of the Rings series. But to clarify, I'm talking about the movies, right? The shows. Forget the books for now. The movies. So the Balrog is really powerful, right? But to be honest, based on the feats, based on what I saw, the Balrog, this might make some people laugh, it might tick some people off, but the Balrog, in my opinion, is the same level of threat or power to a horde, the horde of the mentors that we saw at the climax in Prisoner of Azkaban, right? That is the impression that I got from watching the Fellowship of the Ring scene where with the Balrog facing off against Gandalf. So now some people might disagree. Some people might maybe even say that the horde of the mentors are more terrifying, right? Some might say no, it's the other way around. The Balrog is more terrifying. But I'm putting both on the same level, just to be, just based off what I saw on screen, and and um and the impression that I got, right? Personally, I kind of feel like the Dementors have greater feats, but let's just put both on the same level. The Horde of Dementors from Prisoner of Azkaban equal the Balrog from the Fellowship of the Ring. Now, Harry Potter, year three, Harry defeated the Horde of Dementors in extreme the same difficulty in which Gandalf the Grey, right? Arguably at that point, the second strongest wizard in the entire Lord of the Rings franchise, arguably, right? Defeated uh, the same power, the same level of enemy that Harry, year three, Harry defeated. So what I'm getting at is if Gandalf, right, one of the most powerful wizards, is as strong as year three Harry Potter. And let's take it a step further. When it was revealed that he survived, Gandalf survived, he came back, he became Gandalf the White, I believe, but he was still being called Gandalf the Grey at some point, right? Right. Well, anyway, when he came back, he was still doing the same shit. Probably the only true change I recall is that he's now glowing a bit more. So he put on a white filter basically. He got a glow up, a literal glow up that comes on occasionally. Well, apart from that, he was the same damn Gandalf as before, right? So he was still fighting with a sword. He wasn't really doing anything. He didn't have a lot of attack potency in terms of magical, no destructive ability or whatnot. So when Gandalf came back, if he was as strong as year three Harry, before he survived the Balrog incident, I think that when he came back in his final form, being the most powerful wizard in the entire Lord of the Rings franchise, I do not think he was as strong as year six Harry. I don't. I think that he was probably around year five Harry at that point, if I'm being generous. Because year five Harry was literally teaching several students, I think it was dozens of students, how to defend themselves in a battle for their lives or whatever, right? Against dark creatures, dark magic, all of that stuff. So he was already, even if you're looking at it from the position of an instructor, Harry at that point, year five, Harry, right, superior to Gandalf, right? So how in the hell did people think that the wizards in the Lord of the Rings series was more powerful? Like, what metric are we using here? What are we using to determine that? What the hell have they done? I think that Saruman kind of assisted in the creation of orcs, right? But then he got beat relatively easy as well. There's not a single feat that the wizards in the Lord of the Rings series have done that I think will stack up to any of the accomplished wizards in Harry Potter. So I've mentioned Harry already, right? I've mentioned him already. Okay, Hermione, superior. Molly Weasley, superior. Bellatrix Lestrange or Lestrange, whatever pronunciation you want to use, superior. Professor McGonagall, superior, right? I've just given you five. Let's go on. Snape, superior. Wormtail, superior, right? And I've given you seven already. Seven. Okay. I'm going to give you more. The last two, the last two that I'm going to give you, you already know their names. If you're a Harry Potter fan, they're the greatest wizards in the series. But anyway, I want to drop one more name. Can you guys pass me one more name before I drop those two so we can round off our list of 10 wizards from the Harry Potter series that are definitely superior than every damn wizard from the Lord of the Rings series. So we need one more name, right? One more name. Do we want to say Lupin? Do we want to say Sirius Black? Do we want to say Mad Eye Moody? Do we want to say Barty Crouch Jr.? Who do we want to go with? Did I already name Hermione? I think I did, right? But anyway, those are a bunch of names. Let's throw in the final two. The Dark Lord, the true Dark Lord, Voldemort, right? Dude, and of course the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Albus Dumbledore. But listen, can you imagine? Can you guys imagine? Can you imagine Voldemort, right? Or better yet, let's throw Dumbledore because he's in the thumbnail. Can you imagine Dumbledore, right? Struggling, literally struggling, fighting for his life against a handful of orcs, bro. Bro, or even if you wanna, let's say it's, I don't know, 1,000 orcs. Do you seriously believe that Dumbledore would struggle in the slightest bit against those guys, right? Bro, the greatest duel I've ever seen, or at least for live action standards, the greatest magical duel, right, between wizards, right, happened in Harry Potter 5. Dumbledore versus Voldemort, right? We're seeing these dudes, create giant balls of water. You're seeing fiery snakes. Voldemort had multiple souls. Dude could fly. They could summon brooms to go wherever they want. You have the the unforgivable curses. Bro, I would like to see that damn Balrog step to Dumbledore. It would be, dude, man, y'all better. I hope that this is no longer a thing. I hope it's not even much of a debate, right? Because it's the whole thing just seems absolutely silly to me. Yes, the wizards in the Lord of the Rings series seem to be some kind of immortal, but for those of us who have experience in watching and reading fictional tales, we know damn well that someone being immortal a lot of the times doesn't mean they're stronger than another person who is not immortal, right? Quick example here. Totally different genre, but there's a character from the Naruto series, spoiler alert, I guess, but he's an immortal ninja, right? He literally cannot die no matter how much times you cut him up or dismember him or whatever. He cannot die. Yet in his group, in that set of villains, he is widely regarded as one of the weakest members of that. Forget the entire Naruto verse, just his group, he is regarded as one of the weakest members, right? Yet he is immortal. So I don't want to hear any of that crap about the wizards in the Lord of the Rings. They're more powerful because they can't die or blah 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 blah. Heck no, no 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 no. Stop it. They're absolute trash if you're comparing them to the 7, 8, 9, or 10 most powerful wizards from the Harry Potter verse, right? Okay, so with that said, you know where I stand. I'd like to say thank you for listening in. I would love to start seeing some comments or a little bit more interaction, but maybe it'll come eventually. This channel is still pretty new, Anyway, if you want to donate, to collaborate, the links are down below. There's a Patreon, I believe, a PayPal, a DeviantArt subscription page as well. However, if you just want to spread the word to show support, yeah, those links are down there as well. There's an IG, among other things. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day. Catch you in the next one.